Join me as I dive into the world of energy vampires and see if I can uncover their weakness once and for all. Energy vampires. It's a term we've all heard, but do we really understand what it means? In essence, energy vampires are people who drain our energy, leaving us feeling emotionally and physically exhausted. They can be anyone, a friend, family member, colleague, or even a stranger. Their presence in our lives can be toxic, and it's essential to recognize the signs and take control of our well-being. When we're around energy vampires, we often feel like we're walking on eggshells, never knowing when they'll strike next. They can make us feel anxious, uncertain, and even fearful. It's like they have a sixth sense that allows them to tap into our emotional vulnerabilities, exploiting them for their own gain. As a result, we're left feeling drained, both physically and emotionally. We might experience fatigue, mood swings, and even physical symptoms like headaches or insomnia. The impact of energy vampires can be long-lasting, causing us to doubt ourselves and our abilities. We might start to question our own judgment, feeling like we're somehow responsible for their bad behavior. It's a vicious cycle, and one that can be incredibly difficult to break free from. But here's the thing, we don't have to be victims. We have the power to take back control, to set boundaries, and to prioritize our own well-being. Energy vampires often thrive in environments where they can feed off our emotions. They're masters of manipulation, using guilt, anger, or self-pity to get what they want. They might be negative, critical, or dramatic, always looking for ways to stir up conflict or drama. They can be found in our personal or professional lives, and it's essential to recognize the signs before it's too late. One of the most common traits of energy vampires is their tendency to be emotionally draining. They can suck the life out of a conversation, leaving us feeling depleted and frustrated. They might be constant complainers, always finding fault in everything. Or they might be overly critical, never satisfied with anything we do. Whatever their tactic, the result is always the same. We're left feeling exhausted, both mentally and emotionally. Energy vampires often use guilt or anger to control us. They might make us feel responsible for their happiness or well-being, or they might use anger to intimidate us into doing what they want. They can be incredibly charming, but underneath the surface lies a toxic individual who's only looking out for themselves. So what's the crucial weakness of energy vampires? It's our awareness, our boundaries, and our self-care. When we're aware of their tactics, we can take steps to protect ourselves. We can set boundaries, learn to say no, and prioritize our own needs. We can focus on self-care, nourishing our bodies, minds, and spirits. And when we do, we take away their power, rendering them powerless. In conclusion, energy vampires are real, but they don't have to control our lives. By recognizing their traits, setting boundaries, and prioritizing self-care, we can take back our power and live the life we deserve. Remember, you are in control, and it's time to start protecting your energy. Thanks for watching, and if you've had any experiences with energy vampires, I'd love to hear about them in the comments below. And if you're interested in learning more about self-care strategies, be sure to check out my next video, where I'll be sharing some tips on how to prioritize your well-being in a chaotic world.